Sup everybody, it's MC Gingerbread here for another episode of Angry Ginger Complains About Things That No One Cares About. Today, we're going to be talking about Halo, the beloved franchise, and the downfall of it. And I know what you're thinking, but why do I care about Halo? It's dead, it's a dead series, blah, it's all about that Call of Duty.
Slice and dice.
Because I said so, that's why we're going to talk about Halo. And first, we're going to start off by talking about the game that I think signaled the downfall of Halo. The inevitable description of the franchise. And that is going to be Halo Reach. For I know some of you really like Halo Reach, but I think it's the worst one of all of the Bungie games. And here's why. Let's go! Okay. So Halo Reach. Halo Reach is pretty much the last game that Bungie made. It was the last one in their series of Halo, because they were the original creators of Halo, and then they handed it off to another company. So Halo Reach was the last one. It's like this big final hurrah, and in all honesty, it's kind of lame. Halo Reach's campaign, it's a prequel to the original Halos. So right at the beginning, you know that pretty much everyone's going to die, which kind of sucks because they introduce you to some really cool characters. Emil, Carter, Kat, George, and your Noble Six character, like, all of them are really neat, and then they all slowly die as you continue playing the campaign. And the campaign was okay. It's not bad or anything like that, but there's definitely missions that are really fucking boring, like that goddamn shitty mission where you're in the fucking Hornet. What is this mission? It's awful. But, of course, Halo is not really Halo if there wasn't multiplayer. Multiplayer is the main thing that everyone cares about, and the multiplayer in Halo Reach is good to an extent. They've added a lot more customization to the capability of adding custom games, and you can play with your friends in the Forge world and all that kind of stuff, which is great. You can great custom games, but when it comes to the actual multiplayer, like playing online with other people, like, they removed some things and added some shit that, like, doesn't make sense. Like the fact that they removed the BR and replaced it with the DMR. Like, the BR is 3-round burst, DMR is single round burst, or single round shot. And, like, fuck, why? Why would you get rid of the BR? The BR is so amazing, and then replace it with this shitty-ass fucking, like, poo-poo gun. No, why? And I'm sure there's some people out there who are like, the DMR is better, but, I mean, you're wrong. That's fine if you want to be wrong, but you're wrong. I just hope you know. And then also, instead of having the equipments that you could pick up in Halo 3, like the bubble shield and all that kind of shit, they got rid of that and replaced it with armor abilities. And I don't know if you can tell of my tone of voice, but one of them is very broken. Let's see if you can figure it out, which one it is. Alright, so the first one is sprint, where you literally just run. You press the button and you run. I'm running, and then you get tired. Also, it makes this really god-awful sprint noise anytime people are running. It's gross. It sounds fucking gross. Second one is jetpack. So jetpack, you fly into the air, which some people like, because you can get into really high up places, and you can get like good sniper vantage points and snipe people. The only problem with jetpack is that it makes you a very, very obvious target. Like, the instant you start flying up into the air, everybody with eyeballs is going to shoot you in the fucking mouth. So, like, it's great to an extent, but you got to do it quietly. 3, there's decoy, which decoy is literally you spawn a character of yourself that runs in the same direction, just running in that same direction the entire time, and once they get shot, it disappears. So it's like good for distraction, but it doesn't really work super well. And then there's Mirage, I believe, or invisibility, or whatever the fuck it's called, where you turn invisible, of course. And it only really works when you sit still. So, like, if you're moving around, they can see you at least a little bit. And also, it messes up the enemy's radar, so they can tell that someone around them is got invisibility. They just kind of have to look around. So it makes it very obvious that you're invisible, just somewhere. And then there's also evade, which evade allows you to roll up on stuff and, like, stick them and then roll away. But you can only play that as an elite, so you only get that in certain ones. And then there is armor lock, which, holy fucking shit, armor lock is so broken, I don't understand how the fuck they thought that was, like, a good idea to add on. So armor lock can not only stop grenades, it can stop rockets, it can blow up your shields, so if you melee them when they're on armor lock, it fucking breaks your shields, which is dumb as fuck. And then also, it fucking kills vehicles. You can destroy a Wraith with fucking armor lock. You press the button, woo, I'm invincible now. And then they be like, a fucking wraith comes around the corner and smashes into you, and it blows up, not you. What the fuck? Who thought that was a good idea? It's a fucking tank. A tank can run through anything, but not some dude going like this. I'm armor lucky. No, can't do it. Like, none of the other abilities can do anything remotely close to how broken that is. Sprint is literally just run. I can run. Woo. But like, fucking armor lock can be like, I break your shields, I stop your grenades, and I destroy your vehicles. Like, what the fuck? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, oh, and there's some people that are probably going to defend this, saying like, armor lock is part of the game, it's totally cool and legit. Like, fuck you. You're probably some of those shitty ass people that play Call of Duty with riot shields and think that's fun. It's not fun, you're a douche. Nobody likes you. It's the same thing with those people that play fucking Oddjob and GoldenEye. It's not funny because it's shitty. It's a shitty part of the game. They added it because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and like, fuck, stop it. Stop being a piece of shit. Nobody likes armor lock. Nobody likes fucking riot shields. Nobody likes Oddjob. Anyway, Halo Reach pissed me off, as you can tell. And then they just recently re-released it on Steam and Xbox Game Pass, which is cool, whatever, except for the fact that it's just a literal port. They just ported it over, so it's got all the same issues. They even made some issues worse, like the fact that the DMR is even worse than it was before because they have this fucking bloom on it, so you miss like every goddamn shot when you fucking shoot. It also added this new idling system where if you don't touch your controller for more than like 60 seconds, then it fucking boots you from the system, which is really fucking annoying because like I'm not going to be touching my controller every 60 seconds. I might be using the computer for something. I don't know, you know? But still, like, the fuck? Like, why would you do that? And then also, they made no drop-in, drop-out multiplayer. Like, if your team leaves, you're fucked. Like, you're just sitting there with like you by yourself playing against like 18 people. Can't do anything about it. And if you leave, then it counts as a loss on you. Like, the fuck? What the fuck? And it boots people constantly. Halo Reach. The fuck. But anyway, alright. Let's go on to the next game.